All right, so I don't think we had sound again. So anyway, let's try this again. So Lydia is here, an assistant house parent, and you are at Hickory House because you're supposed to be at Maple House, but because there is a repair and remodel going on. So as I mentioned earlier, we definitely need some more funds. So if you are willing to and wanting to invest in Maple House, the project, please visit our website and you can get more information on that. Okay, so bring us back up to speed. So you did some volunteering before you took this position, and you were just answering how that made it easier to accept the position.
Yeah, just from knowing people who worked here, because as a volunteer you go around and every week you'll eat at a different house for lunches and dinners, and so you get to know the house parents and the kids. Yeah, it just made it really just a smoother transition since I already kind of had some faces I recognized and then people in church that I knew. Yeah, so
Very
volunteering is really fun.
Yeah,
I would do it again, and it led me to a wonderful place. So
yeah, and as a house parent myself, at one point, just seeing the volunteers and the residents seeing the volunteers, it brought new energy, new life to the campus, and it was just a lot of fun. It's like, who's going to eat at our house tonight or today, and it was a unique experience for the kids to see other people rather than the staff that actually are investing, and it's important. So anyway, how long have you been here at this point?
It'll be 2 years end of June.
Okay, 2 years. Wow, that's very good. So has it been a pretty easy 2 years, or has it kind of been with its challenges? Or
it's definitely had its challenges. I've learned that there are some smooth times in house parenting, which you enjoy, but then that's just kind of God giving you some rest before you may have a rough time. And so there's been plenty of each, but I'm thankful for it all.
Yeah. So looking back over the 2 years, do you have like a moment, maybe it's a favorite memory or just something that God really showed himself in a mighty way?
I wouldn't say like in a mighty way, but I think it's just with all the kids that have gone through Maple House and now we're in Hickory, but just looking back at where the kids were when they came to us, and then where they were when they leave us. And it's just incredible to see even just like the smallest changes, or like the softer hearts they have for other people, or just, I don't know, like the progress they've made in themselves and becoming the people that God created them to be. I think that's the greatest testament that we pray for in our kids.
Yeah, very good.
Yeah.
So rewinding a little bit, you said many miles obviously between here and Kansas. Has that been a very difficult thing for you, just being that far from kind of family and just your upbringing, I guess?
It was a change. I don't know. However, I just kind of have enjoyed the adventure of being out in a different state. I miss my family and my friends back home, but God's just been faithful and helping me make new family and new friends here. So
yeah. And not only new friends, but a fiance. So
yeah.
So tell us a little bit about that process and when the wedding is going to be and kind of that.
Yeah. So Brock is a teacher here at Gateway. He's the science teacher. Our wedding's in July.
Okay.
July 22nd. We've known each other, pretty soon after I started working here. Like, just the school and the houses are on the same treatment team for kids, so there's a lot of interaction and stuff. So I think just through work and through church, got to know each other. And
Very good. Any other nitty-gritty details about Brock that you would like to share?
No, not this time.
All right.
I'd be happy to talk to anyone privately, but yeah.
Okay, sounds good. Yeah, we're very excited. I don't know how many inter-gateway marriages there's been, but this has got to be one of them for sure. So that's exciting. So with that, there's going to be a transition for you within the realm of Gateway. What's that going to be, and kind of what's your time frame?
Yeah, so I've accepted the position as a foster care case
Okay.
manager, and I will be beginning that end of July.
Okay, so pretty quick. So
yeah,
come back for the honeymoon, right into work, huh?
Pretty much.
Okay, very good.
Yeah.
So what did you go to school for?
So I went to K-State in Kansas for Family Studies and Human Services.
Okay. So perfect fit. So
Yeah.
very good. So obviously you probably don't know this yet, but how do you feel your role as an assistant house parent will help you in this new role of foster care?
I think it's definitely just prepared me for just kind of understanding that everyone comes from a different walk in life, and also just understanding that the kids in foster care come from they have a lot of trauma in their history, and some things we don't even know yet. And so just being willing to work with that, and just being really willing to listen to if a kid wants to share something that we may not know about, just having a heart to listen and hear that, and also just having a heart to listen to the foster parents and just help them. I hope so, at least.
Yeah. Oh, very good.
Yeah, it's my goal.
Yeah, and that's a beautiful segue, because all month we've been interviewing foster care workers, and then now here you are coming from residential into foster care. So it's very exciting. Do we have any questions from the field?
Sarah Fichter, who is a foster parent, says welcome to the foster care family.
Thank you.
And then she asked, what made you decide to move from Kansas, and how do you feel God prepared you to be at Gateway?
My senior year of college, we were looking for jobs, because you're a senior in college and you have to find a job. And I have a lot of competitors within my graduating class, and I volunteered at Gateway, and I think I was just like, I'll just look on the website, and I'd seen the Houseparent position in action when I volunteered. And so when I looked on the website, there it was, the assistant houseparent position. And long story short, just God gave me just clear peace about it, and all the doors opened at the right times, and here I am.
I think I remember hosting the volunteers for lunch or for
Yeah,
dinner one day.
I came over to your house.
Yes, and
it was fun.
we were talking about how you were in college for social work, and I was like, is Gateway in the future? And you were just like, maybe. Didn't want to commit to it quite yet. But here we are.
Yeah, that worked out really well.
Yeah. Very good. Any other questions?
No.
Okay. Is there anything else you would like to share, or just what's on your heart?
No, this time.
Okay. Yeah. Well, I really enjoyed it, and thank you for taking the time. And we're praying for you and Brock, and we're very excited to see how God continually uses you as a couple now, and keeping you in the community of Gateway Woods.
Thank you.
All right, and next week is going to be June, and we're going to be focusing on volunteers. So Luke Keyser is our volunteer coordinator, so we'll be interviewing him at some point. And if you are interested in volunteering, like Lydia and like myself and many others in the past, we could use you. Summer is here, and there's work to be done. Thanks.